Hello and welcome back, Josh, Sam, and anyone else who's watching to Lviv and Let Die. Now, we've had our off season. It was not as busy as I expected it would be, but we have had it nonetheless. And here we go. I'm going to show you what we've been up to before we play Olympic Donetsk, and then I think this is a cup game against Prikarpatia, or maybe it's a league game. Who knows? So let's go to transfers, let's go to history, let's see what happens. So we let a lot of people go. Lapushenko went to Skala Stree. Players that you might recognise, Drozdov, Gamali, Golopyrov, anyway, they all went. Then Shirayev left as well, and Manukyan, finally the not very good Armenian right midfielder, left to Metallurg Lipetsk, but he never really did very much for us, so out he goes. In their places come Dmitry Nikiforov, a pretty good right midfielder. We've got Amiran Labadze, who played very well for Stal last season. We've brought him in as central midfielder. We also signed Anatoly Konstantinov. He's a decent left midfielder. I think I showed you him last time round, but he's pretty good. And we also signed Vladislav Makarov, a goalkeeper who will probably be our first choice. He's pretty good. Played pretty well last year, I believe, for Arsenal. Yes, he did. And we also signed on a free from somewhere which wasn't a club, Alexander Zimarkov, as cover for centre-back. He actually used to play. I think I might have released him myself, but anyway, he might have been one of those accidental releases the other season, but anyway, we brought him in from Metallurg Donetsk, and he will offer some cover for our players. So far, obviously we haven't played, but everyone else has. We are currently 11th. Avangard Kramatorsk are top. It says here they were in the league last year, but they actually obviously weren't, because we didn't play them. They're not there. So they must have been promoted. A newly promoted team, the other one is this lot, Prikarpatia Ivano-Frankivsk is what that says. We've also got Govela, who were in the top division and who were relegated. There's a loud vehicle. Excuse me. Do you mind? Thank you. And obviously the other team that came down was it Zoya? Yes, they went up and then came straight back down. Zaria. Okay, so now we're going to play Olympique, who I think we lost to both times last season. They were quite good last year. A lot of players that I tried to sign went to those teams who just came down, disappointingly. But, you know, it is what it is. We're going to play with Outspoken Sergei instead of Dmitry Nikiforov. With Labidze and Telegin in the middle there. Telegin is sticking around because we just didn't have anybody. I tried to sign a really good defensive midfielder and another really good, so two Ukrainian players to go in there, but neither of them ended up signing for us. I also couldn't get rid of Dr. Javier or Ivanov. Let's play with Aurier at the back. And we're going to play with Makarov in goal instead of Zamayakin. We've still got Lerpat the Butterman, Nagini. Nagini. Cool. Did that actually work? No. It did work. Okay, so let's submit our team. Cool. Zimarkov, he's a centre-back. He needs a number. Give him number 4. Go on then, fella. Get yourself involved. I think the board have... So I've revamped things. I've got some new coaches in the side. I've got some new physios, I believe, as well. We struggle because we do not have enough money. And I thought I would be able to sell some players and get some money, but we've brought in about 40k, I think, in maximum. Maybe it was even 20k. Couldn't sell some of our foreign players. Couldn't afford to sell them, really. So, you know, that's just the way it is at the moment. We couldn't really make a lot of money over the summer. I couldn't afford to bring in players just to be sold. in the next window, for example, from Brazil and stuff. So I didn't even bother wasting my time looking for them. And it also, I think our board is trying to buy or build a new stadium. Because I saw that there was I had never asked for it, and I didn't really see the point considering we got a 30,000. Oh, is that going to be a goal? Oh, what a finish that is! Shalai scores the first goal of the season against Olympic Donetsk. What an absolute stunner! But so I hadn't actually requested it, and also it wasn't one of the things that were listed as sort of things the board are working on. On the boardroom page, but they then told me that the local council had rejected our bid to build a new stadium. So that's apparently... Oh, Galushkin, we're 2-0 up. Olympic Donetsk, Galushkin carrying on with his excellent form from last season by getting a goal here. Was that an assist from Shalai? Or was it an assist from somebody else? It was an assist from Shalai, yeah. His turn provider, great ball in, and Galushkin finishes with aplomb, straight at the goalkeeper. They rejected this bid for a new stadium. I'm not really sure we need a new stadium. I think our one's technically in very good nick. It's 30,000 seats. It's obviously far too big, although our season ticket sales have soared from last season. But I don't know to what extent we need a new ground, really. I think we could probably go with that ground for the whole of the series. It's 28,000. We currently average around 1,500, sorry. So, we're not exactly pushing on the edges of that, and I don't want to rebuild the ground, spend loads of money and put the club into even more debt just to have like a sort of smaller ground. Shalai scores again. We are 3-0 up. Nagini with an absolutely stunning... Was that given as an own goal, that one before? Okay, the goal before was given as an own goal. But Nagini there setting up Shalai to get a second of the season already, tapping home, heading it in, I imagine, into the bottom corner, and I imagine correctly. So Olympic Donetsk not doing very well so far. We are starting like an absolute house on fire. So it's an interesting one. I'm hoping we get promoted this season. I'm not sure how our finances will do with that. I mean, I assume you get more money from being in that top league. I'm not sure how much more the sponsorships would be. Good finish there. Nicely worked from Kuptsov to Goga Lurzmanashvili. So not another not clean sheet, but not a bad finish. What was I saying about money? Yeah, so I don't know, like, if we can't sell players now, and we'll have to buy more players. Good save from Mediansky. I'm not sure how we'll cope. The money situation does worry me. I think we might have to go up this season. Aurier scores. Wow, 4-1 up in the first half. Not a bad result so far. That must put us top, surely. No, apparently they scored. They won 7-2. Christ alive. They stole a player off me that I was trying to sign as well, like one of those two good defensive midfielders, and there was also I think another centre back I wanted to sign, all Ukrainian. I didn't really look for any foreigners. Just couldn't be bothered to waste the time. Zimakov puts the ball out for a throw. Well, we're doing very well so far. We're doing much better than I thought we were going to do. I thought this was going to be a bit more... Oh, we have given away a penalty. Ananyev finishes nicely. God, 4-2. Well, let's hope we can hold on. Kuptsov, nice name. Well, it's been a good first half. We're an entertaining side. Come on now, lads. We've had enough of 4-3s, to be honest with you. Come on. Tackle him, please. Mutombo hits the ball over the bar there. High and wide. Shalai has been playing very well. Zimarkov has very low motivation. I'm not sure why. If I say that, maybe that'll help. It looks like it did. Let's see if we can say assertively you weren't that bad, but you can still improve. The state of my individual, or my team talks rather, seems to have improved a little bit. I think after having a year of... This happened at Shlomsk as well. After having a year of playing for or managing quite a large team with a very low with myself or my in-game character having very low reputation, they don't seem to listen to you very much. But given that we overachieved according to the media last season, I think that sort of fixed that for us a little bit. Matombo to Varlamov. Oh god. Okay. Lushmanashvili. 52 minutes gone. And I got to remember that we've got 4 substitutions we can make this season, like all seasons. But I just got to remember this season that we can do that because I didn't do it. I only did it about 4 times last season, ironically. Nitz should wash his hair more. Lermanashvili. Aurier nearly gives away. I thought he was going to give away another penalty. Outspoken Sergei. Big ball up, but Babic gets there. Varlamov. Aurier's picked up a knock. He's going to have to come off. That's a shame. Hershey's 5-0 is coming on. How's everybody else doing? Obviously, Shalai's doing very well. Do we have all... We've got... Yeah, that's our 3. You're going to bring on Konstantinov for outspoken Sergei because he can play on the right. Hopefully that'll help. Try and get Shalai a hat-trick. Yellow. Who got a yellow card there? I didn't even see that. It was Varlamov. He's on their side. Buchan, Babic, Yefimov. Babic again. Gives it out to Matombo. Diatiev. Oh, smashes the ball over the bar there. We escape again. 4-2. First day of the season, not a bad result. I'll have to double check. I want to know how badly we played against them last season because I'm almost certain that we were pretty bad. So this would be a nice change of pace. Gogoladze. Go Ladze. Also, something I'm going to mention. So we'll do 2 videos today. 2 games today, probably, especially if we don't win this one because I'll be peed off. I'll be peed-o. But I won't do too many videos in this season. I'm hoping that we can just sort of plough through unless something exceptionally bad happens or exceptionally good happens. Possibly a cup run. Oh, we've been given a penalty for an absolutely needless push. But it looks like Shalai's going to get his chance to take a penalty. Let's see if he can get it. Takes a deep breath. That means he's probably going to miss. Oh, he doesn't. He smashes it home. 5-2. Hat-trick for him. Pedro Risso can come on there in the middle. Perovic scored an absolute stunner in the pre-season, an equaliser. We played one team from our league. The team that got relegated, and we were much better than them, but we were just not good at finishing. Whereas they took their chances and we lost 2-1. So Shalai's got a hat-trick on his debut. That's not bad at all. He's already nearly got as many goals as he did last season. Could we get a 6th? Oh, go on, Zimarkov. Get there. Zimarkov to Teleg. See, it's that defensive midfield position. We need a decent Ukrainian there, and then I'd say we would be pretty well set for the whole season, to be honest. But I just can't find one who's cheap enough. I did find a couple of absolute stunner. Like if we got promoted, there's a, or rather, for example, if we were in the top division this season, we could have signed I think he's a Bolivian international who's absolutely fantastic. I mean, for our level, and I would do that without a shadow of a doubt. 5-2, not a bad result at all. Second in the table. Olympic Donetsk, Metallurg Donetsk also doing pretty badly this game. So we've got to play these Prokivatias. Let's just go. I just want to see fixtures. Last season we played Olympic and we drew 1-1, and we played Olympic and we lost 1-0. So yeah, we didn't do good against them, and this season we have done. Obviously now Frank Aurier, having got an average rating of 7.5, is out for 4 to 5 months. But good. So, hi there. Sorry. Attend. I thought we played very well. He did have a good game. He was simply faultless. It's pretty bad. Big loss. Don't want to rush him. He'll get better. we also won't be the main player to play in that position, so it's fine. Donetsk, Olympic Donetsk. So does that mean we're not going to have Frank Aurier until at least, 6 more months? So we might get him in the middle of the... He'll probably be back in time for the second half of the season. That's a shame. What I'll probably do then is I'll try and find another foreign centre-back. Oh, wow. We broke a consecutive wins record. Not bad. Okay. Young Warren is key. Italy just won the World Cup, the 2058 World Cup, beating Serbia 2-0 in the final. Sorry. Ukraine came third, beating Spain 3-2 in the final, in the third place playoff. I don't kind of agree with you. Right, so so this is a league game. We also then have a terrible team, Jednist Pliski, in the cup. They're a non-league side. From I guess it must be the third division. So I'm looking forward to hopefully actually making some progress in that competition this season round. To try and get some. Oh, Kornienko again. This being someone else tried to buy Kornienko before. I'm not going to sell him to you, especially if you're a team that nearly got promotion last season. And Simba has signed for Hazen Yedding. That's cool. Has the top division kicked off? They have. Stahl are doing badly. And who was the other team that went up? Bukovina. Not doing great either. Okay, well that's fine. Metalist are on a weirdly good run. I don't think they're very good in real life. And also, who was it? Shakhtar got taken over by somebody last season, so it could be that some change at the top of the Ukrainian Premier League. I don't think Shakhtar have won it for a couple of years, actually. In this game, they pretty much win it every single year. Is it them or is it... No, it's Dinamo that won it all the time. Can't really remember. Doesn't really matter. Right. Okay, so we've got some players here that but they're all goalkeepers, don't care. He's good. Does he play? He plays for... He's actually quite nice. Is he? I feel like he's someone we sold. No, he's not. Can't get him, though. Don't have enough money. Once we come off of this, Nottingham Forest signed Dix. Once we come off this, I will spend some time trying to find a new centre-back and a new defensive midfielder who is Ukrainian so that we can improve on that football in the middle. Just so that we can sort of push on a little bit. We've won 6 games in a row. That's pretty good. If we could win this one as well, they're newly promoted. It should be a game that we can win. That'd be nice. Keep pushing that club record up, and keep pushing for an early good lead. Although I think we did pretty well to start with last season as well. So, we'll see. Obviously, the problem with doing things at this stage of the season is that we are playing our league games in the middle of the transfer window, which means that we have to go through hundreds of reports and emails every day just so that we can get to the next game. The next video will definitely not be until at least the beginning of September, but I think what we'll probably do is I'll just round up the I'll round up the first half of the season, so the last 2 games, like I did last season, the last 2 games in this before the winter break. And then once we've done that, I'll come back again either at the beginning of the second, so at the end of the winter break, or I'll do it just at the end of the season, depending on how sort of tense the situation is. It might be that it's a pretty cool run-in, a fun run-in, that'd be good, in which case, yes, fine. But if we're looking, as I hope to be, pretty good at the top of the league by the time of the winter break, then maybe I won't bother. But we'll see. It might be that the winter break puts a big old spanner in the works for us if our players all get sold. Because, for example, Shalai is running up the end of his contract, and I can't afford to give him an improved contract. So we'll have to see what we can do about that, whether or not we can maybe try and just sign into a new contract and hope for the best with that. But it seems unlikely. We might not have enough money to do that. Hazen Yedding signing lots of players. Lviv take on this random team. But of course we don't do that for another 40 minutes because I have to keep clicking the buttons. Terek Grozny in the Russian First Division. Sokolov, I think, played in the in our division last year. Oh, my arm. I've got a weird, ache in my arm. Right, finally to the game. Prekarpatia. So they're from the Carpathian Mountains. They're not from very far away from us. Right, so we can't play with Aurier, so we're going to play with Hershey's. And I guess we'll bring in... we've got Dr. Oh, we don't have anyone on the bench as a centre-back. Okay, we'll have to put Shapoval on there then. That's annoying. All right, let's try with this then. We don't need to change the team otherwise. Everyone else is pretty fit. And we can play some weaker players in the next game against the non-leaguers in the Cup, because I suspect that the Cup doesn't have any registration rules in the same way that the league does. I think I remember that from last time round. So let's see what we can do. Look at the pitch here. I had this the other day. I can't remember who it was I was playing, but the pitch was a whole screen, and I thought I'd pressed the button and changed the setting, but no, it's just because of the dimensions of their pitch or their stadium or whatever. But it means that it takes up a lot more space. Come on, Galushkin. Oh, he tackled the ball and then fell over. Right, and then he hits the ball over. Are they playing 4-4-2? You'd think they would be. No, they're not. They're playing 4-2-3-1. Or 4-3-3, as the game calls it. Shalai gives it to Lerpak the Butterman. Outspoken Sergei to Levchuk. Labadze to Galushkin to Labadze. Gives it back to Sergei. Sergei goes around the back, but Olteanu was there to clear. Makarov there, making an easy save. 9 minutes. Nagini's got the ball, gives it back to Makarov. Gives it to Hershey's, gives it to Lerpak the Butterman. Makarov is about to let it in. No, he's not. Lerpak the Butterman. Outspoken Sergei gives it to Shalay. We're playing a lot more confidently than we did last season. Levchuk. Oh, what a goal. Boris Levchuk. I think that's his first of the season. Lovely stuff. Just runs straight through the middle. A little bit like Hatim Ben Arfa for Newcastle a couple of years ago? Just ran straight through the middle of everybody and then slide-footed home, and I feel that's what Levchuk just did there, and that was nice. I've just noticed they don't have a centre circle. Maybe that's what is making the pitch look weird, but they don't have a centre circle. That's strange. Shalai to Levchuk. Levchuk now gives it to Labadze. Sergei went for a shot because he's mad. Galushkin crosses, back post. Ball's gone over from Telegin. Unfortunate. But we are doing well. We're looking good. No one even challenging in the middle there. That was weird. That guy's got a name. Adash Altele. I can't even Altele. Can't even read it. Levchuk now gives it to Sergei. Sergei gives it to Shalai. Shalai hits the ball straight at the keeper. Makes a good save. Hershey's 5-0 gets the outspoken Sergei to Shalai. Shalai's gone past his man with the weird name, and he has scored. It's 2-0. Lviv are looking good. Lviv are looking pretty good. Wheatland's boys. How do they know to stand there? There's no circle. How do they know? But Wheatland's boys, they're looking good. Sergei to Shalai. Shalai goes round the man with the impossible name and scores. It's weird that, for example, I can see that he's got a number of special characters in his name, but for example, the Ukrainians, they've scored. Did it count? It didn't even flash. Then what the hell's going on here? I think we might need to save and reload after this. But yeah, they've scored. Clearly, some errors going on here. The game's not playing exactly as it should do, but. It's been an own goal, unfortunately. Lipovo, dear. Good God, what the hell's happening? It's been a weird game already. Lerpak the Butterman wins the ball. Outspoken Sergei. Levchuk, what an absolute ball that would have been. The ball's gone out for a throw for us. 22 a minute, that's all it's been. It's been pretty fast-paced so far. Olteanu. I was going to say something about special characters, but can't be bothered because I've realised it wasn't really relevant. Shalai, loses the ball, but Sergei gets it. and stands mostly still. Shalai now running up the right wing, gets tackled by Polyansky. Galushkin crosses. Hershey's 5-0. Great save from Masavicius. Galushkin. Have they really got a foreign... Is he like a Brazilian goalkeeper have they got? Okay, anyway, he takes the goal kick. We win it. Oh, Maslov out to Olteanu. He does a lot of spinning, slowly on the spot. Big ball up. Hershey's 5-0 wins it. Shalai gets the ball. Levchuk now. Levchuk to Galushkin. Galushkin hits the ball over. That's unfortunate. Still 2-1. It's been a busy old game. Quite a lot going on. We've absolutely battered them, and yet they seem to have had better chances. Am I completely mad? Or do I just have a sort of natural negativity towards my own team? Lurpak the Butterman to Hershey's 5-0. Hershey's 5-0, big ball. Maslov, Yegorov, terrible effort. There was a funny moment in one of our games where the game with the ball... doesn't matter. Outspoken Sergei, Lurpak the Butterman, crosses, nobody. Yeah, so the ball was completely... the goal was open, and our player ran that way to get to the ball, and instead of just turning and tapping it, he just smashed it out that way past their goal for a goal kick. 45 minutes. Finally, we've come to the end of the half. Right, that was a bit nuts. So let's say calm down. Calm it down. There's a lot more to come. That midfield not really listening, but everyone else is. Looks like the strikers are looking pretty happy too. And then their colour scheme is dreadful. You can't see a single word that this thing says. Hershey's 5-0, misses out. Lurpak the Butterman gets her though. Hershey's 5-0. Telegin out to Galushkin, who... what a smash that is. He didn't get his first goal in the other game, so he's decided to leave no chance in this one. What an absolute battering ram that was. Good Lord. I mean, if you leave him on his only, smashes in. Not entirely sure how it moved like that in the air, but whatever. Olteanu to Karpov to Lipovoy. I had a discussion, by the way, with Masha. I asked her to read me all the names of the team in the league and to sort of tell me about them. And she's like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I've never heard of that town. Well, I don't know where that is. What's that? So it wasn't very helpful. She was like, oh yeah, Kiev, I know that. I was like, yeah, great. I mean, I can tell everyone what Kiev is. But you never know, we might still do that. It might be a fun little thing to see how bad my pronunciation is. Maslov. They're playing it around nicely in midfield, to very little effect at the moment. Yep. Still got the ball though, and it could have been another tap in, but it wasn't. What is going on now? 60 minutes gone. Second half has not been quite as hectic as the first. Makarov saves after initially not being able to keep hold of it. 66 minutes gone. Shalai goes for the goal, but only gets a corner out of it. Now then, what's happening here? Hershey's 5-0 is a bit tired, but he's doing quite well, so we might leave him on for a little bit longer. Let's not make any changes yet. No need. This is the Ukrainian First Division. Galushkin. Hershey's 5-0 nearly scores. I think he hit the crossbar, and then it fell to the feet of about 4 of our players, who all of them missed it. We need a taller defensive midfielder, because Telegin doesn't win anything in the air. Hershey's 5-0. 70 minutes gone. He's been totally dominant, so he's playing very well. Lurpak the Butterman. Shalai gives it to outspoken Sergei. Labadze. Telegin. Great ball to Levchuk. Loses out, but Sergei's still got it. Levchuk. Oh, God. Okay, right. I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to bring on Camel Dullman for Shalai. I'm going to bring on Pedro Risso here. We'll bring on Mikita Shapoval for Hershey's. And that means we can also bring in... Konstantin... Oh, no, undo that. Konstantinov for Galushkin, who is quite important to the team, and we don't want to let him get injured or tired. So, 4 substitutions. I wonder if you can do 4 in the Ukrainian Premier League. Well, we'll find out. Hopefully. Camel Dullman. Balls to the back post. Shapoval scores, although I think that's going to be given as a no. So Shapoval, a player I was trying to get rid of, has scored his first goal for the club. 4 goals again. That's 8 in 2 games for Lviv now. Camel Delman, great ball. I think that might have come off his head, number 20's head. But it doesn't matter. And we are definitely top of the league now. So after winning 7-2 in the first game, Avantgarde are losing 1-0 in the second. Classic. Agapov gives it to Maslov. To Chuprina. Oh, good lord. Vitaly Deleja, but he was offside. Our goal conceded is quite high. Olympic Donetsk are doing very badly. Olteanu, Karpov, Deleja, Olteanu. Gives it to Chuprina. Oh, no. Gone straight over. Prikopati, IF. Not doing great, but they are newly promoted. Telegin, great tackle. He's actually better than I think I give him credit for. I mean, technically he isn't good. His statistics don't suggest that he should ever really be good. But he has played well, especially in that game there. Not bad at all. Calm. A good win, boys. Lovely stuff. Prikarpatia. We absolutely dominated them there. 8 shots on target. Scored 4 of them. And we are top of the league, joint with Zirka, who were... No, they weren't even the ones that were relegated. How are the relegated teams doing? Goverla's doing okay. Yeah, they won 1-0 against Titan Armyansk there. But good, okay, so not bad for us at all. That's a very good first episode. I've given you a very quick introduction to our new players because I don't think we'll really need to learn their names too much once we... Oh, what the hell is that? What? Oh, right. Oh, so he's... Why? So he took over no games. I thought I saw my name and got confused. So so as far as I can tell, he joined and then left 2 months and 2 days later. Oh, Jean Monine, you dickhead. Everyone else was sacked. Although it doesn't... I'm not even in that list of... Oh, right. Okay, so back when we were good, nobody else was sacked. And then everyone since then has been sacked. But yeah, oh, Jean Monine, that's poor, man. That's poor. That's very poor. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Lviv sit top of the Ukrainian First Division. Let's hope we can stay there come the end of the season. I will be back with you by the end of the first half of the league, which will be... again, the same 2 teams. No, it won't. It will be Prikopatya and Naftovik Ukranafta. 2 teams, one who we've already just beaten, and Ukranafta, who are not that good, I don't believe. So, we'll see you for those 2 games then. I'll have quite a long little bit of playing in between that, but that'll be good for me. We can rush through it, because I really think that it'll be more fun once we're good and able to start winning things. So, I'll see you then guys. Bye.